The following is a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about them Cowboys?
Yeah! Go Cowboys!
Blowing out of the backfield, exploding down the sideline.
This is Hangin' with the Boys. Now, your hosts, Nate Newton, Kurt Daniels, Jesse Holley, and Shannon Gross.
What is today? Thursday! Our regular day now that the season is officially over. You are looking live. Man, what a day.
What a day.
Looking live at Tostitos Championship Plaza outside Ford Center at the Star in Frisco, Texas. At least the weather's nice because we got a lot of depressing stuff to talk about today on the show. But it is 75 degrees. The high today is 77. The low tonight is 59.
He is Shannon Two Little Shirt Gross. That is three-time Super Bowl champion Nate Newton. This is Kurt One Pump Daniels because two pump will get you a fire in the back. It's Chris Beam keeping it live and local. And as always, I am your boy, Salt and Pepper Poppy. Together, we make Hanging with the Boys, the sports talk equivalent of Braille. People feel us.
Feel.
When we speak.
Wingstop is here. Need to get some off-season wings in here, Chris. Get us a wing drop.
Yeah, we'll do it next week.
If you feel that the energy level out of Jesse is a little bit low, it's because this is day 7 of his day 8 of your 31 day fast. Today's the first day he can have juice.
Yep.
Feeling all right?
You can hear it in your voice, though. You can hear it in your voice. It's like,
Amazing. I'm telling you, man.
February would be a better month.
February would be a
28
great month.
28
Yes. But you just the little things in life you just appreciate a little bit more, And boy, I'm just thankful, man. God is good, man. God is amazing.
Always.
You think about the suffering that he had to go through when you had the little hunger pains. He was like, he had to go through more than that for me. I could do this, but boy, I got up this morning early and was like on the juicer. On it.
because you knew today something was going to be in your belly besides water.
And it's just spirits get lifted. Spirits get lifted, man. And so I've been
So
riding.
there's other things.
Yeah.
Glad we didn't have the show yesterday, huh?
No, if we had the show yesterday, it would have been. Yesterday was a struggle. It was a struggle. I'm glad we didn't have it early this morning either. That would have been trouble too.
Yeah, might have to take a couple breaks during the show.
Every break, like, where Jesse at? He out. He'll be back.
Nate, how you been the last week? Close to a week, I guess.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah?
Beautiful. I just want to thank Dallas media, nationally, locally, and otherwise.
Here we go.
They finally fired Eberflus. Boy, we finna have a number 1 ranked defense. So I'm so glad for the media that they were right. Yeah.
To be determined. Kurt, how you doing?
I'm doing good.
Good?
Good to see you guys.
Good seeing you. Chris, you all right?
Yes, sir.
Hold it down back there?
Holding it down.
All right. good.
Life's a little bit more simpler for Chris now.
It is.
Oh, real simple.
He can actually go to the restroom during the middle.
Yeah.
I could actually go to lunch. How about
Lunch.
Lunch. Yeah.
See, Chris can actually go outside and enjoy these 75 days.
that?
Is there a show before us?
Lunch.
But there's no show. What?
Well, there's a show at 11. The
At
draft
11?
show that just kicked off. They go twice a week. So
11 to 12.
11 to 12. We got one at 10.
Who's on the
Players
draft
Lounge.
this year?
Yeah, who's the draft show this year?
We got Kyle Yeomans. We got Tommy Yarish, who's back here talking. We've got Voch Lombardi, Bobby Belt, and Nick Harris.
Nice.
Good deal.
That's it.
Tune into that
Yeah, it's great.
Thursday.
They do a good job.
Thursdays.
Tuesdays and Thursdays at 11 o'clock.
Lots to
Central
talk
Time.
about.
Yep.
Lots to talk about. All right, you brought it up, Nate. Eberflus is gone.
Yeah. We finna do it now, man.
Do what?
Number 1, all the way to
Well,
straight to the
number one,
top.
bruh.
Same personnel.
Yeah, because now everybody going to take the earwax out of the ears and the communication going to be right. And
Make it sound like he was the fall guy here.
Oh, he is the fall guy.
I mean, players were real open about how they felt, right?
Yeah,
Oh,
they didn't-
yeah.
They didn't seem to shed any tears.
Yes, sir. They said the roof raised over there when they got rid of Eberflus, man. Bro. So I just want to see how many of those guys that will be with the new defensive coordinator.
And what's going to be interesting because what do we have? 8 head coaching jobs available right now. Maybe 9 after some teams get kicked. Maybe 10 after some teams get kicked out of the playoffs. Right. So your DC pool, a lot of those guys are going to be applying for these head coaching jobs, right? So how's this going to work? What do you guys think as far as timing? Is it going to be I'm glad they did it early because usually they wait and drag their feet and they miss prime candidates. But now it's like, are the candidates going to kind of be picky and choosy and waiting on other jobs? Or how do you guys think the timing is going to play out on this?
Well, one of the things that kind of frustrated me slightly yesterday about that press conference is they haven't even requested any guys, according to what they said.
Yeah.
When they were asked about, have you put out any requests? They're like, oh, no, we're working through that now. And I'm like, well, what the hell are you waiting on? Like, what are we waiting on here? Like, sometimes you be a step too slow.
Right.
So I hope because.
But can I devil's advocate on that?
Sure.
Around the league, there's a lot of openings at different offensive and defensive coordinators.
Sure.
And you've not heard one name. Now you hear head coaching candidates, but you don't hear that. So I don't know if it has anything to do with that.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Around the league.
No, I got what you're saying.
In general.
No. I got what you're saying. I'm not. These DCs are probably saying, let me go shoot my shot at this head coaching job first. And then.
Yeah, exactly.
You know the amazing thing? See, we all listen to the press conference. And, we all, not us, but, we wanted Flukes gone. It was such a big, important thing. And then I literally started laughing when I heard the man say, hold on, y'all. Hold on now. Offensive defensive coordinators, that's just the NFL. Now, if you're going for a head coach, you got to panic. You got to worry. This is what Mr. Jones said. Mm-hmm. But come on, defensive coordinator? And I'm saying to myself, wow. All during the season, that was the important thing was the defensive coordinator. Not the season over with. Hey, we'll just get one. That's kind of what he said.
They grow on trees.
Yeah.
We picked one off the tree last year.
Did y'all not hear that part?
Yeah, I heard it.
That was important. I'm like, hold on now. We collectively wanted this man out of here because we just knew he was. But now Mr. Jones like saying, it ain't like I got my head coach. I'm good. So, I mean, and then, Jesse, you put a little thing saying, well, they ain't putting no names out.
Because you got to think, not only is it 8 head coaching jobs, but for every 8 head coaching jobs is another DC job for that job, right? So that's 16 positions that this coaching pool is trying to get. So I don't know. It's going to be it'll be something that we, of course, will watch for. But I guess for me, and I think what Nate is trying to say is that I wish that there were more, or at least make it feel like there's more urgency to it.
Yeah.
Like not just like, oh, well, we'll get the guy. That's what he says. We'll get the right coach.
We'll get the right.
I'm just like, okay.
Do you think?
Because I thought you told us last year Eberflus was the right guy, but anyway.
Yeah, picked it off. They grow on trees. You just pick one off a tree, the DC tree.
Yeah.
Are coaches this time of year? Are they working the phones? Hey.
Agents are, yeah.
Just so you know, but I'm talking about the coaches calling, like you were with this guy here. He's
get your staff together.
Yeah. Hey, got an opening.
Yeah,
I'm just letting you know I'm interested.
For sure.
Especially if you're trying to move up kind of the chain and you were with this guy a couple of teams ago and now he's got an opportunity. Hey, if you get this job, I heard you're interviewing. I want to be your
And those guys who are interviewing, because I'm under the impression that when you say a name that's whatever, a DC that's interviewing, when he goes and meets with that general manager / that owner or that head coach general manager, they're going to want to know, well, who are you bringing? Mm-hmm. Like who are you coming with you? Like who's going to be your line coach, linebacker coach, DB coach? Because that's a part of the conversation as well. Not only what is your scheme, what is your philosophy,
We could see several new coaches then.
Sure. Mm-hmm. I mean, if I'm the DC and I'm coming over to the Cowboys, who's to say that I want to now have Aaron White Cotton as my defensive line coach? Yeah. Like, that's not who I trust. That's not my guy. My guy is this guy that I've had we worked together at this place for the last 5 years. We're on the same page. We speak the same language and have the same philosophy. So, yeah, there still could be some some shifting and moving around here because it should be your head coach should be able to pick his defensive coordinator, but your defensive coordinator should be able to pick his assistants.
At least one or two guys that
he should be. Yeah, he should be able to pick his guys to put in place to say this is my defensive team.
Yeah.
So,
Which would you rather see them bring in a guy who's maybe a former head coach or maybe got some experience, or would you rather see?
not if I'm Brian Schottenheimer.
Yeah.
If I'm Schotty, no.
I don't think they should go that route anyway, because that guy's going to be looking for a head coaching job in another year or two, and you're in the same cycle. I would kind of hope they bring in a younger guy who's maybe got some new ideas and
What's Sean Lee doing these days?
Enjoying life like he's supposed to.
Out on the beach,
Just on
out in
wherever
California.
he's at. Wherever he's at.
The bottom line.
Cowboys aren't moving to California because that's where he lives.
He's like, I'll be
He
in
loves
DC
California.
for training camp. That's it.
I'll see y'all later.
The bottom line, whoever they get, gotta carry some weight, gotta carry some authority, and what he say is the bottom line. You know, for all that Shotty keeps saying, this is how I do it, and this is how I do it, and this is how I do it. I understand that right there. But how do your defense do it? If you got guys saying that a guy speaking French and we only understand a different language, English, you're on two different pages. We went the whole season saying communication, break down this place. You got to get a guy that can communicate on all three different levels. That's sight, that's writing, and that's actually doing these things that you ask them to do. To me, once you get the head coach coach the coordinators. This is what I expect. This is what I want. This is how I want it done. Now get it done. You know, now the defense offense coordinator is going to their assistants. This is what the coach needs. This is what. How do you teach that? How can we get this across to this player? This player is not as smart as this guy. Do we need to get him some extra time? Do we need to get him work on tasks? How do we need to? Because what went this past year was sadness, bro.
You don't think that happened?
Huh?
Do you think that happened where Schottenheimer said, you do this, and then
the thing is, what I'm saying, it evidently didn't happen.
Right.
But the next guy that they get, be it whatever his background is, he gonna have to come in, and when he speak, he gonna have to command the room. I'm talking about the whole defensive room. If you got one dude over there, oh, let me see how I can ramshack this. Oh, now you got that one cancer going through your whole deal, and now this coach who. They said they want a guy that he's good at 3-4, he's good at 4-3. That's the whole NFL now. You can have a base scheme, a 3-4. Guy over the center, guy over the two tackles, two linebackers inside. You can have a base scheme. What's called is a 3-4. Philly is a 3-4, but how many times do you see them actually line up in a 3-4? Because there's too many 4 wide receivers, three tight ends, no backs, one back. So you got to be multiple. So that's the type of guy they're going to get is a multiple type guy. But what this guy has to walk in here from day one saying, I'm the man, I'm putting in a base defense, and we going to run this every chance we get. So when we start adding on, we won't have guys out there simply cannot play. Is that the problem we had this year? So now we got to – you cannot sell me on another defensive coordinator. And these guys go out and do the same thing they did last year. And hey, well, you mean to tell me all of these guys that are coming up for jobs, you think when they sit down, the first question they're going to say, hey, Brother Jesse, how are you as a communicator? Because that's all we heard. I'm talking about the Dallas Cowboy problem. You know, I'm working with Bobby. Bobby asked a question last night. He said, don't you know the next coordinator they're going to ask, can you work with this guy? Can you work with that guy? Can you work with this guy? Talking about our defense.
And that's Bobby Belt, local radio personality.
104.
The draft show with us.
And I stopped by and said, hold on, Bobby. I say, first of all, and I'm not going to call guys names, but if the defensive coordinator is true and going to be honest, with management, hold on, coach, how good do you really think this dude is? For real now, Quinny, Clark, Osa, as long as he's playing 40 or less snaps, those are your three guys. Now, how do I look like saying, hey, coach, how you going to use Donovan Wilson? Because we really think he's all world. And I'm not apologizing for what I'm saying. I believe what I'm saying. Coach may say, well, if he ain't in the box, how can I use him? Because I want two deep safeties. And I'm just trying to keep it real. So now what do you say to him? Oh, well, coach, we can't hire you because. No, you got to improve your players too is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
You got to improve your players too. So, Mr. Jones, I love you to death, baby, and you tell some hell of a stories when you're doing your exit interview with everything. But we need some players too.
For sure.
They said they would. We got to take a quick break here in a minute, but they said they would make the DC as a group decision, which seems to be the motto around here about everything. It's a group. It's a democracy. Would a good approach be like, okay, Shotty, we're all in on you. Give us three guys. Give us three guys, and let us bring those three guys in, and let's go get one of those guys. Because you go to the communication part. Part of that is the head coach has to be comfortable enough to be able to communicate with his coordinators, right?
Correct.
And get the information back in the right way. We speak the same language. We communicate the same way. Get this to the players. Maybe that was part of it. Is this wasn't one of his guys? They weren't on the same page. Would that be the right approach? Is, hey, give me your top three guys and let's bring them in and let's go work as a group to get one of those guys? Or do you think it'll be, hey, here's who we're bringing in. Which one of these guys do you like the best?
That one.
Yeah.
Because that's
latter.
typically the way it goes, right?
The latter.
Schottenheimer should have more say in it, but
Yeah.
we know that's
So more of the same is what we think.
Boom.
Okay. All right. Well, that's a good way to go into break. We'll talk more things than defensive coordinator when we come back. Stay tuned to see what those are. Hanging with the boys. Be right back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. Valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
At Batteries Plus, we don't just sell batteries, we recycle them too. So don't toss your old ones. They're packed with critical materials we can reuse. Come in and recycle old lithium batteries found in your power tools, power banks, wearables, and small electronics. You'll score a chance to win Cowboys tickets, a VIP experience, and more. Join America's team and recycle with Batteries Plus, the official battery recycling partner of the Dallas Cowboys. Batteries Plus, the experts in charge.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
How about them Cowboys? And how about them Jimmy Dean breakfast bowls? Keep your game day celebrations going with real eggs, potatoes, cheese, and our savory Jimmy Dean sausage. And with 22 grams of protein per serving, you'll have enough energy to power you from early morning to the final whistle. The no-hassle, ready-in-minutes prep makes it easy. Just heat, eat, and cheer on those Cowboys. Get yours today. Jimmy Dean brand is proud to be the official protein of the Dallas Cowboys.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the second segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by blockchain.com.
Blockchain!
Thank you, blockchain.com. All right. Where you want to go with this, Kurt?
Where do we want to go with this?
I'll tell you where we can go.
Okay.
End of your predictions.
Oh, all right.
No one, and I think no one in the country, had the Cowboys finishing at 7-9-1, including everyone on this show. We were close. Chris was the furthest off. He had the Cowboys at 10-7. Kurt?
Yeah, but I'm a homer.
Homer.
You are a homer. You'll have them going, what, 17-0 next year with Nate?
Yep.
Kurt, 9-8. Jesse, 8-9, and I had him at 7-10. So congratulations to
wins,
me.
right?
A little pat on the back.
Well, he went and smoked up the papers on the job.
I sure did. I got to him before y'all got in here. Did you notice that? All right, Kurt, where do you want to go?
I don't know. Where do you think? What interests you guys? Well, Jerry's getting a lot of criticism, I guess, for now selling us the Parsons trade. The best is yet to come. This probably isn't going to be Herschel Walker 2.0, but what did you guys think of kind of those comments and where they might lead?
To me, and because for whatever reason, whatever the reason that Jerry Jones had or has for trading Micah, whatever that reason is, whether it was personal, professional, he was planning on doing it, it was because of the poor leadership, whatever it was, he is going to continue to move goalposts and finish lines until this thing turns out that he actually won the trade. Because initially, it was, we had planned on this earlier, it didn't work out, it was so much money, all that kind of stuff. And then it was, we got Kenny Clark, and we finally got the run stopper that we need. And then after that, the season began, and it was OS, we actually don't have the run stopper that we need. Because if I find it very hard to believe that if this team was stout as they were supposed to be up front, you have no need to go get Quinnen Williams.
Yeah.
You had no need to go get Quinnen Williams. You already had a guy. You got a guy in a trade. You just paid a guy in Osa. But you looked around and you said, this ain't going to work. So then you had to double down on that after you told us we finally got it. We can manipulate the pressure and all of that other stuff. And then you had to double down on that and go get Quinnen. Great addition. We like Quinnen. But even as the year went along, you still suffered from the same thing that you needed. You needed Micah at the beginning of the year, and after you got Kenny Clark, and after you got Quinnen Williams, and after Overshonen came back, and then after you went and got Logan Wilson and all that, you still needed a pass rusher. Jadeveon Clowney, 33-year-old mercenary, was your best pass rusher.
Your best edge setter.
Yeah.
In what world is that going to be a successful situation? And he had, 3 sacks in the last game? Right? So he really would have finished with 5.5 sacks. Mm-hmm. He had a really good outing against a poor team in the New York Giants. So your best sack guy, in essence, who came in, who was signed after the season started, and then took a couple weeks to get ramped up, and then finally had to go to the coach and say, hey, I'm better than the guys that you keep putting out there in front of me. And they were like, oh, yeah, okay, cool. We'll put him out there. Yeah. He in essence, finished the year with 5.5 sacks. Mm-hmm. At no point in time did it, and then we watched quarterback after quarterback after quarterback after quarterback walk into this Russell Wilson said in his exit interview,
Yeah, crazy.
that he pulled his hamstring the Friday before the Cowboy game, that he was getting treatment here in Dallas at the Maverick facility, and went on to put 450 and 3 tutties on you. J.J. McCarthy, Jacoby Brissett, and the list goes on and on and on and on and on and on and on. Well, they just was in the pocket, just comfortable. So he's never going to be wrong because the mechanism of movement will continue to move over time, right? Because this one player turned into 2 draft picks, but essentially could turn into 4 and 6 players. Well, how the hell will we know when these 6 players?
Right. I'd agree with him to a point because this trade, you can't judge it until they do something with these draft picks and figure it out. But, I mean, he also talked about, well, we freed up space for Pickens now and that sort of thing. That's where it kind of gets into the weeds.
Anybody will tell you, and I went to a public high school, I went to a public university. Anyone would tell you with internet access, it's not true. Yeah. It's not true. Not only could you have signed Micah, you could have still, if you wanted to, went and got Quinnen and signed Pickens. Now, is that the way that you operate? No. But you have, and what makes that even more, I guess, kind of frustrating as a lie to tell, I'd rather you just say, I don't want to operate that way. Because you have teams in the very league, hell, in the very conference that you play in, that do it religiously. Now, one day, you're going to have to pay the credit card bill. Philly will have to pay the credit card bill, or when they get to that day, know what they'll do? They'll just put more years on it and push it down the road again. It's very doable. They don't want to operate that way. You have to spend a little bit more cash up front. Now, that's a whole nother conversation about are they cash strapped or not, or how their cash flow is working. But you can get deals for premium players per year. You could backload it. You pay the signing bonus. That base salary is a small number, and it increases year after year after year. Then it gets to a number where you have to either extend it again or absorb that number. But if you're telling me that I'm going to go to 2 Super Bowls in 5 years and win one of them, well, guess what? I'll take that in 2031. In 2031, 5 years from now, if you tell me that from 2026 to 2031 that the Dallas Cowboys have been perennial playoffs, have gone to 2 Super Bowls, and won 1, sign me up.
It's all worth it.
It's all worth it. And then if you got to suck for a year, you suck for a year, all that, all the money, all right, comes crashing down. All right, I suck for a year. And guess what I do? I re-up and I do it again.
Yeah.
They're doing it all across the league. So to say that it's impossible is a blatant lie. I'd rather you just say, I don't want to do it that way.
Yeah.
Because that's the truth. It's not impossible. You don't want to do it that way, and it's your team. Your team. You paid the money. They cut your credit card up at the counter you talked about before, and the Bronco and all. This is you spent your hard-earned money. Shoe salesman and pizza shop and all that you saw in the documentary. Just say that. Don't tell me it's impossible. Just say, we don't do business in this way. Y'all like it or y'all don't like it. But don't lie and say it's impossible. Because you could have Quinnen, Micah, and George Pickens if you wanted to.
Yeah.
All right, let's take our last break. When we come back, what are our thoughts? I mean, anybody could probably figure it out on the entire season and the coach. How do we feel about it? When we come back on Hangin' with the Boys, be right back.
You know you want those Wingstop boneless wings. With the boneless meal deal from Wingstop, you get 20 boneless wings in 4 delicious flavors and a large order of fries for just $16.99. What are you waiting for? More wings, more flavor, more bang for your buck. The $16.99 boneless meal deal from Wingstop. Order now from wingstop.com. valid at participating locations for a limited time on orders for pickup or delivery placed via wingstop.com or the Wingstop app. Prices may vary by location. See wingstop.com/offers for full details.
Hey, Cowboy fans. Keith Davis here, former Cowboys safety.
Keith Davis into the end zone.
You know what separates champions from the rest? Making the right move at the right moment. With blockchain.com, that's never been easier. The Cowboys became America's team by striking bold when it mattered most. Now it's your turn. Invest like your icons with blockchain.com. Visit blockchain.com/cowboys today to get started and learn more. That's blockchain.com/cowboys.
We got big personalities. We got big hair, big belt buckles. We got fans all across this big state and enemies in every other one. We even got a big star on the 50-yard line. Smirnoff knows football is a we thing, an experience that is best enjoyed together. With good drinks and good folks home or away, we rally together. We cry together. And we always rally cry together because, most of all, we got big love for them boys. Smirnoff, we do game days. Please drink responsibly.
Cowboys fans, SeatGeek is the only primary ticketing partner of America's team and here to help you experience all the action this season. SeatGeek makes it easy to find the perfect seats to the perfect game, so you can be part of all the touchdown celebrations and momentum-shifting takeaways this season. Whether you're getting tickets to Cowboys games or to any other live event in DFW, SeatGeek is the place to do it. SeatGeek is the official primary ticketing partner of the Dallas Cowboys. SeatGeek.
Back to Hanging with the Boys.
Welcome back to the final segment of Hanging with the Boys, brought to you each and every show by 7-Eleven, open 24/7. Hey, we got a new live read.
Okay, all right.
Cowboys fans, get your everyday essentials at your nearest 7-Eleven, whether you're Team Big Gulp or Team Slurpee. 7-Eleven is always open and always ready for you 24/7.
So, Jesse, you Team Big Gulp.
Oh, big golf, son.
See.
Big Gulp, Big Slurpee.
Big gulp.
See? Which one are you?
Only on this show would we have a live read that reads like that. So, Kurt, are you Team Big Gulp or Big Slurp?
You must be Team Glizzy. 7-Eleven. You team 7-Eleven Glizzy.
No, that's Team Glizzy.
Nah, you are
Oh my
team.
God,
you
we're
are
getting
team
canceled.
Glizzy. You are Team 7-Eleven Glizzy.
Yeah. He do the Big Gulp.
All right. Moving right along. Kurt.
Yeah.
How would you grade the head coach after his first season as a head coach? I think we all have probably opinions about that. What is yours?
I will say maybe like a B-,
Okay.
somewhere in that range. Because
Okay.
I do think he's building something. If he can get the player, obviously winning breeds culture, as you guys know well, that he's got to keep. I like the energy. I like the message, all that stuff. But he's got to win. I think he still has a few things to learn about managing the game and the players and his coaches, apparently. So I would say he's did better than average, but still some work to do.
What do you think, Nate?
Hey, B, I'm with you, Kurt. We all know that dealing with the Joneses, you got to be a special guy.
You too.
You got to be a special guy. But I think he's honest. I get the feeling if Mr. Jones say, "Hey, man, what do you think?" He gonna give him his honest opinion. He ain't gonna try to curtail it. He gonna give him it. Now, whether Mr. Jones listen is another thing. But I think he's gonna talk straight up to the coach. Like even when he was talking about Brother Flus, he said what he felt, and he's been consistent about how he said and do things. So I'm going to give him a B but next year I'm going to expect better because he should know, like you said, Kurt, he should know that, hey, much more is expected.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I think B-, but I would say his first year, and like you said, it takes a special person, especially somebody coming in with no head coaching experience, to juggle the circus, juggle the media, juggle the access, juggle the players that he had in the building. because he didn't have the easiest players over there, and they made it through the season and seemed to have kept the locker room intact. I think the players respect him. I think like you said, he's honest. He seems like a good. Do him justice though. If you're going to give him a chance to build something, which it seems like he's doing, let him do things different. I know it's not going to happen, but give him the benefit. Let him pick his own DC. Let him bring his own guys in. Let him. If you're really going to build this thing and make a run at it, let him have more of a say in what's going on. Things that directly interact with him. Players, okay, GM calls, whatever, but like let him have a say. Let him hire his own DC. Let him say, hey, here's my guys. I'm happy with any of these. Let's bring them in and then do this the way you haven't done it if you really want to talk about, hey, I want more Super Bowls than I've ever won. Okay, do something different. Things are different now than they were 30 years ago when we won those Super Bowls. Do something different. I think he's the right guy for this place, but give him the tools and give him a little bit more control than what some guys have had in the past to go build it. If you really believe in him and really think he can build it, let him go build it and let him help you build this. And I think it could work. But B minus. I was pleasantly surprised with some clock decisions, some in-game calls, some things like that I think you can work on and you learn as a first-year head coach. But I think overall he did a really good job of holding this thing together, especially as bad as that defense was. That team could have turned on themselves really quick. So I give him a B.
Yeah, I give Shotty a lot of credit for handling the external stuff, right? Not too many head coaches have to deal with losing my best player via trade and then dealing with the Marshawn Nealon situation. Mm-hmm. And, of course, everything else, like you all mentioned, that comes along with being with the star. Like, that comes along with it. Your owner has a radio show. He's with Stephen A. Smith. You got to do all that kind of stuff.
He's breaking news.
So that level of stuff, I give him a lot of credit for just navigating those choppy and I don't even know. I'm not saying uncharted waters, but just hectic waters. But for the on the field stuff, because that's what ultimately he gets graded on at the end of the day, right? I give him a C, and I'm maybe can go up to a C plus. And my biggest thing is that not only was this defense bad, your special teams regressed. But you had two units under you that regressed. Now, does that mean that because of all your focus is on the offense, because you're the offensive play caller as well, with all the other responsibilities that come along with that, maybe that needs to be delegated somewhere else so that you can be more of a manager of everything that you own? And then in game, it's really hard to mess up Dak Prescott, CeeDee Lamb, and George Pickens. That's not, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not you're not in the lab racking your brain trying to figure out, oh my God, how can I get, it's not, it's very hard. It's like, to mess up instant oatmeal. Just pour just enough water in it, put it in the microwave, we go about our business. Those guys make your life a lot easier. To know that even when I'm not right, I got a 10-year vet who's a top 10 quarterback, and I got 2 top 10 wide receivers. Life will work itself out. But I did think, that this team regressed in the red zone. Some of the play call and the clock management. But overall, and the C's, listen, C's get degrees, okay? They don't get you playoffs, but they get you degrees.
That's true. What did you guys think? I mean, obviously the last game was whatever, but were you surprised that down 6 he started pulling those guys? Because
I was very surprised because you told me
compete every day. And
you told me for 2 weeks that you're looking to win, and you wanted to win. You wanted to go out on top, and you wanted to win have the wins in the division, and you told me all of that, and then you go at halftime. Okay, pull these guys out. Wait, I thought winning was important here. I thought that was a part of how you built culture. You told me that was a part of building momentum. These are not my words.
Yeah.
But see, that is the part where I give him a B because we all know that if that call come from upstairs, what you gonna do?
Yeah, like Shannon said, did he have the
Yeah,
authority
so
to
and that
make his own call?
Well, in that case, then you're never going to be a winner. If we're looking at that, he's never going to be able to build what he wants to build. Because if the call just comes when the call comes and you have to march to those orders, then.
But see, that is why at the beginning of the year we all talked about this. I want to see, will he be able to manage the players? Whereas he say on Monday, hey, this guy's hurt, can't play, then we get a show come on Thursday. Well, yeah, he's playing. That's too much. That's too much for any coach. It should begin and end with the coach. Once the draft is over, I understand, you know, but once the draft is over, you go over to that side of the building. Now you become the head coach's responsibility. And that's how it should be, and it's always going to be a rip with the coaches over the long haul because their word is not the law. Their word has to be the law. And I'm with you there, but that is always a thought. You know, is he going to play these guys all the way to the end? And all of a sudden, they're out of there. You'd be like, now as a guy, are you thinking, did he make a call or did he make this decision? Too many mind games, bro. Too many mind games.
All right, fellas, 3 more minutes. Any other thoughts on the season before we move forward to the draft next week? Well, y'all move forward to the draft next week. I will be on a beach in Mexico this time.
Fans. Listen to the draft show. Got great guys. Going to give you a lot of information on a lot of great and up-and-coming talent. But you know what? I'm going to tell you like I'm going to say it all year. You can draft anything on defense, and you ain't going to be wrong.
That's true.
Okay. Listen to me now.
But that was another thing. And again, this is what they pay us to do. This is what we do.
Right.
Is that when you sit up there and you have an hour and a half? How long was that press conference, Chris? 1 hour and 26 minutes.
A little over an hour.
A little over an hour. When you have that press conference, it's our job to pick apart the things that come out of your mouth because we're supposed to take that as the truth. And boy, never once did they mention about when offseason. They stayed away from the rush edges. They talked about secondary and having some guys out there talk about linebacker. That goes back to what I was saying earlier. Is like, yeah, you don't want to say we need to go get rush ins or an edge rusher because then people will go, well,
you had the best.
You had one.
You had one of the best.
You had one of the best. You know what I mean? And that's not telling your hand because trust me, your hand is open. Yeah. If they turn on the film, they watch it this year. They know every team before you and after you know in the draft exactly what you need.
What are we picking this year? Do we know for sure?
Right now, we're 12th and 20, but that all depends. We're 12 for sure, but what Green Bay does in the playoffs will determine whether that 20 moves back. Meaning,
right? So 12 for sure.
12 for sure,
and then 20, depending on how.
Green Bay does, yeah.
So we want them to lose in the first round so that pick stays at 20, right?
And I will be, I want to welcome, rookies in. I ain't got no damn choice. But for me, if we're talking about having an immediate turnaround of this football team and this thing going from worst to first or to be in that, I need veterans.
Free agency.
Need veterans. Because this is just Jesse Holley. This is no one else.
2 positions.
If you're, I don't care how talented. Right now, a lot of people have Sonny Styles, the Ohio State linebacker, mocked to the Cowboys at 12. Great, cool, all right. I don't want a rookie. I don't want a rookie when he has no one next to him to learn from. And now you put that pressure on that rookie to come in here and have to be the answer. Yeah. Day one. Like Overshown, but Overshown ain't played enough football to take nobody under his wing. And please, God, I don't want Kenneth Murray teaching him. Please, no. Please, no.
Keep fasting.
Please, no. So, and you got to go get a cover corner. Yeah. You got to go get a cover corner. They're talking about Bland's going to get surgery to correct this foot issue, screw in his foot, whatever. Who knows what happened there? Who knows what happened there? They probably brought Revel back a little bit too soon, shook him to the core. Don't know what Kalen Carson's going to be. And come on, like, this is no disrespect to these young men, but Triquez Bridges, Triquez shouldn't be getting no reps out there like that, y'all. Like, I'm not saying that he shouldn't play in the league, but he shouldn't be in the conversation of this is a guy in your starting rotation of DBs that you have to go and play with. I'm sorry. Triquez and Josh Butler, and there's a role for you in this league. But if Triquez Bridges is the cornerback on your football team and he's getting more than special team reps and an occasional, hey, go get in there for a couple of plays and come on back over here, you're going to be down bad.
Any final thoughts, Nate?
Once again, fans, if you think we need a safety, we do. If you think we need a corner, we do. If you think we need a pass rush edge, we do. You cannot be wrong. But listen to these guys on the draft show. They'll give you the size, the numbers, and everything. That is all great. But you can't be wrong. We need massive help on our defense. And we need Jess, I'm sorry. You got the linebacker. We need a veteran linebacker, and we need a veteran tackle. Please don't go getting another rookie tackle. Don't need no more. Unless he's a top 3.
Kurt, any final thoughts?
No, it's good to see you guys.
Can we get one pump?
I'll see y'all in 2 weeks. Have a great show next week. Same time, same place. Hanging with the boys.
We out.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys?